We read diving deep into a question that has fascinated humanity for centuries. Where do royals come from? We see them in news headlines, historical dramas, and even fairy tales. Kings, queens, princes, princesses, the idea of royalty is deeply ingrained in our collective consciousness. But how did this unique system of leadership even begin? Did a magical scepter just appear one day and crown the first monarch? Well, not exactly. To understand royalty, we have to go way back in time, even before written history. Imagine early human communities. They needed organization, protection, and someone to make important decisions, especially in times of conflict or scarcity. The earliest forms of leadership likely emerged from individuals who were strong, wise, skilled hunters, or charismatic speakers. These were the people who could rally others, provide guidance, and ensure the survival of their group. Think of them as the first chiefs or elders. As these communities grew into complex societies, the first civilizations in places like Mesopotamia and ancient Egypt, the role of the leader became even more crucial. These leaders weren't just making decisions about the next hunt. They were overseeing agriculture, building massive structures, and organizing armies. And this is where things start to get interesting. To solidify their power and ensure stability, these early leaders began to connect their authority to something beyond just strength or wisdom. They started claiming a divine connection. The idea was simple but incredibly effective. I rule because the gods have chosen me. This concept, often called divine right, made questioning the leader not just an act of rebellion, but an act against the gods themselves. This gave their rule an almost unchallengeable legitimacy. And once you have that divine legitimacy, the next logical step to ensure continuity is heredity. Why gamble on the next strong leader when you can simply pass the divine mandate down to your son or daughter? Thus, the idea of a royal family, a dynasty, was born. From the pharaohs of Egypt, who were considered living gods, to the emperors of China, who ruled under the mandate of heaven, and the kings and queens of Europe, whose lineage was often traced back to biblical figures or ancient heroes, the pattern was clear. Power became inherited, passed down through bloodlines, but it wasn't always a smooth ride. Dynasties rose and fell. Wars were fought over succession, and power struggles were common. The history of royalty is absolutely packed with drama. Over centuries, different forms of royalty emerged. We saw absolute monarchies, where the ruler had total power, to constitutional monarchies, where the monarch's power is limited by a constitution and often shared with an elected government, like in many European countries today. So, when you look at a royal family today, whether it's the British royal family, the Japanese imperial family, or the many other monarchies around the world, you're seeing the echoes of these ancient origins. Let's recap the key ingredients that cooked up royalty. The need for strong leadership in early societies. The claim of divine authority to legitimize rule. The establishment of hereditary succession to ensure continuity. It's a fascinating journey from tribal chiefs to crowned heads of state. And while the role of royalty has evolved dramatically, their origins lie in the fundamental human need for order, leadership, and a dash of divine inspiration. What do you think about the origins of royalty? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more historical deep dives, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure.